Hello and welcome to the Idaho Renaissance Fair Inc. YouTube page. We're here for another gossip session with actual people to gossip.
And it's more than just me and Tyson,
yes,
you guys.
so you'll get some extra perspective, which, by the way, we better introduce ourselves.
Yes.
You obviously know me, Tyson.
I'm Denise.
I'm Jyla. I'm Kat.
Angela.
Jason.
Chris.
Connor. Kaylee.
And all of these people have been with us for years.
Yes.
Like, we have gone through a lot. And because of our most recent event, Skull, which was a huge success.
Huge.
We met all of our stuff. Jason and Angie, you both were taking care of the quest stuff.
Yep.
From your perspective, what did you think about people coming in for the quest in the middle of January?
It was cold, but but the people loved it, and the patrons that came to us were all like they liked the something to do, right? And we loved being able to help people find the different areas of fair, and that's what our goal is to do, is to help drive traffic, to help drive. Show people where they can go in the fair. So like the Witch's Court, like the mermaids, like some of the vendors. That it was a great opportunity to help make sure people got to all corners of the fair.
Even though it was the middle of winter and everyone, like, who here didn't hear somebody go, "You're really going to do it in the middle of winter?"
Yeah.
Like, even in the middle of winter.
It was me.
The sheer number of people that were like, "Are you guys crazy?" And we had to be like, we literally had to sit down with people and say, "No, like, here's the thing. There's nothing happening in January. People are bored. The holidays are done. It's not springtime yet. We want something to do." People, like, we have been being asked for years for something to do. And so by like being able to say, yeah, we're gonna do this. It's January, at the end of January. It's cold. It might be damp. We don't know, but it ended up being fantastic.
The weather was really nice.
Well, the second one was outdoors.
Yeah.
That second question was all outdoors. You're not going to do it in O'Connor Fieldhouse. You're going to do it outdoors.
Yeah.
Yep, it's gonna be outside.
Well, and Chris was a huge benefit in that.
Yeah.
We had actual fires.
Yes.
And I mean,
Was,
everyone was like, "You're gonna melt things, blah, blah, blah." We really didn't have that as a complaint. It went really well with the ambiance and everything, and you had enough wood to actually keep both days going.
Yeah, we polished off that trailer. I think there's probably like maybe 2 more fire pits worth of wood that was left over that I have, ready for the next event. But yeah.
So what I'm hearing is that throughout the year we need to just slowly stockpile more for you.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, and I don't know if they do it still, but they used to do this when I was younger, where you get a permit and it's like, what, $20? You go up there and cut your own wood.
There you go. We might have to have a trip.
Yeah. My trailer was maxed out.
Get some
I was a quarter
chainsaws
inch
rolling.
like rubbing like on the tire wheel.
Oh no! So we need a couple of trailers,
Yes.
and we need to go out and get a permit and cut our own firewood. We can do this.
Yes.
We
And then it
can
can
do
have
it.
time to season until the next year.
Yeah.
And then rent a fire. This is what we did. This is because we did not exist off of our baseboard heat, which was the stupidest thing. And so we would go up there, 7 cords of wood, so it was seven truckloads. And then one weekend we would have, it was my job to run the log splitter. We would rent the log splitter.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I remember being a kid going up getting firewood with my whole family. And it's so much fun to see like all the different things and how it's changed over the years, because we didn't have the log splitter thing. Like we literally had like axe and chainsaw and like had to split everything
the wood
apart.
and like have an IDRF like cardio day. We all just take turns cutting wood. Because Will and I,
You know
even
what?
little Laura got out there and started splitting some wood.
That's fantastic.
Oh, I'll gladly help with that. I could go for hours doing that.
The joy of youth and energy.
Just order some pizza.
Have a party out of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love
I
it.
mean, honestly, it's what they used to do.
Yeah.
You think about when people everyone lived off of wood-burning heat, such as the Vikings. Like, it was a continuous thing. And they would make a party out of it. I mean, the Amish still practice barn raisins.
Absolutely.
And that's just work with food.
Speaking of a barn raising, that's one of the things I'm looking forward to with getting a hard site is being able to do that.
Which we're closer now than we've ever been. We can actually talk to people
With your
about
support.
our site.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you to everybody's support. We are so much closer to that goal, so thank you.
Right, which we love Caldwell. Caldwell has been amazing. We loved
Yes.
Boise when we were with Boise, and we loved Cuna when we were in Cuna. Emmett, just to give you the history of where we've been.
Everywhere that's hosted us, we have been so incredibly grateful.
Yeah, but being able to have our own place where we can really percolate our own ideas
Yeah.
and really shape things how we
Have
want them.
permanent building.
Have parking.
Set up.
Put some parking.
Yeah.
Parking, yes.
Do the parking the way we want.
Well, and Connor, if we were in an actual physical hard site, what's one thing that you're kind of looking forward to during that whole thing?
A set stage that we don't have to move. Moving
there.
the stage is really annoying sometimes.
Yes. Oh, I think we all feel you on that one. Nobody likes moving the stage. Moving the stage is a beast.
Well, and the pavilion literally is the
Pavilion.
definition of beast. It's a
Yes.
huge tent and a huge undertaking. And it turned out we were doing it wrong for years.
Right?
So once we learned how to do it right, it was so much
It's a
better.
lot easier.
Way
But
easier.
Still hard.
Do
It's
you know what
still
I'm
heavy.
looking forward to? Baba Yaga's hut.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my young. This is my retirement.
Chicken legs.
I'm Baba Yaga hut, and I want to have a little dog house, and I'll be my Baba Yaga hut. For my little pocket dog.
That is one of the things I'm super excited for Beltane is one of our fundraiser spaces that we're working on building for. This is kind of your guys' first time learning this. One of those fundraiser spaces that we're working on for Beltane is actually we're trying to convince the boys to 3D print me some little things. Otherwise, they're just gonna have to get used to the idea of me just ordering all the D&D minis. Because I want to actually build out like a table or two's worth of this is an idea of what we want it to look like. And especially with updating our sponsorship options to sponsor specific things, to be able to have the little bricks that we can get engraved to add on to that so that at each event more people can see how their donations and sponsorships are impacting what we're going to be able to do.
Yeah, we actually just revamped all of that. It has been a long process because all of us have day jobs. It makes it hard to try and run an organization as large as this one is. But with the sponsorship adjustments that we have made, hopefully that's going to make all of this a lot easier. We can go ahead and start dedicating some more time. We can actually have some more of the appropriate tools, and we're not just flying off the seat of our pants, Chris, and everything is working out.
No pressure.
Right.
One thing I'm going to look forward to is a set map.
Yes.
Like where everything
It's
between
gonna stay the same.
events is all going to be. These are the trails, and this is where the buildings are, and it's
Yep.
not going to change.
Marketplace is over there.
Exactly.
Well, and with that too, we'll be able to like actually plant trees
Yes.
and shrubberies
Yes.
and flowers
Have shade.
and have stuff that stays permanent. We can finally build our hedge maze that we've been
Oh, a
wanting to
hedge
do
maze
for
would be awesome.
years.
A hedge mage, we can get everything set up for the mermaids so that there's
Yeah.
actually a lagoon,
Yeah.
not just a pool, nice as the pool is.
No,
pool is
I want-
beautiful.
Yeah.
But absolutely. We want to be able to eventually build all of these different things and have a fully functional space that can be used, quite frankly, year round.
Yeah, and that'll be great because we'll be able to use it for everything. Because the big event that we're planning on now, that is going to be the biggest it has ever been. We're already up to 190 vendors trying to get in for our Beltane Fantasy Festival.
Yeah.
And
So
that's the
exciting.
important thing to remember. It's the Fantasy Festival.
Yes.
So though purists out there who are like, this isn't quite German, it's fantasy.
It is
Come
fairies
enjoy
and
it.
folklore,
Exactly.
people.
Right? Like, what's your favorite part about having a fantasy event?
that you can do pretty much anything.
Yes.
Exactly. On the nose. You can do anything that you want. We've seen furries come.
Yeah.
I had a very hodgepodge xenomorph costume at one time. Like, it's
It was
open
glorious.
for
I-
interpretation.
I loved your wife's Stone Angel. She was beautiful when she did that. Which a lot of people are like, how does that fit? And I'm like, does it matter? It's a fairies and folklore festival. It's fantasy.
Yeah.
You can literally come as whatever you want, and it's so much fun.
That's fun.
Yeah, tap into it. And with as many people as we're going to have, the interactions alone are going to make it worth coming
Yeah.
for.
And what's beautiful about it is just it's a place where people can let their inner self out, right?
Yeah.
They don't have to feel judged. They don't have to worry about looking a certain way, right? They can actually be themselves.
Yeah, we all fit in.
It's
we're,
great.
We're all nerds and geeks in good company.
Exactly.
Nerds and geeks letting out our inner child.
Exactly.
Right.
Well, and Chris, we're working on getting some of the older games revamped into new games so that they can
Working on
be
it.
used again. Do we want to like maybe give a sneak idea of what some of those might be?
Well, I'm still inventorying a lot of what we have, but working on updating some of our various ring toss. That's always a classic. I'm actually trying to research on how to make a mini trebuchet to launch
You know,
bean
they
bags.
had a catapult at one
Yeah,
time.
so
that-
I just
at
trying to get one of
castle.
those.
Well, we do
built safe.
have.
We have a
couple-
full-size trebuchet. Let's get big with this.
right? Like
I
let's
love
actually
you, but
set
no.
up some walls that they actually have to walk down at like 15 feet.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Well, we do have a vendor and a couple of our guys that have built the mini trebuchet, so maybe we can hook you guys up and
Yes.
see if they can't help you figure that out.
That'd be great.
Trebuchet, 1/10 scale.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, back at an old fair, I used to do that game. And there was like a castle, and then you had the catapult, because it wasn't trebuchet. Because trebuchets are far more powerful than a catapult. So,
I mean, I go
but-
big. I mean, I'll have a full size
Well,
one
it's
that we
a
can just
difference
eat
between
like
wanting to just-
unruly kids back.
I'm telling you, lighting pianos on fire and hugging them in the middle of the night. We don't need fireworks. It is a trebuchet.
Trebuchet. But the thing was just like, it's the difference between banging on the castle and then knocking the castle down.
Yes.
The catapult doesn't. But I would put a little history in it, because I'd always say to the kids, and we were catapulting stuffed animals over the rampart. And I told them a little history and knew that people that back in the day, back when germ warfare at its worst, where they would put diseased animals or people on there and just woohoo over the side. So I would ask the little child, it's like, what does this cow have? What does he have? What disease does he have? And it's like, oh! I'm like, they can go boom, fire! And we were they adored it.
That's fun.
So bring that back would be glorious.
Well, we do
All right,
still
so
have.
I'm thinking some stuffed sheep with like a motion activated sound box in it. And just screaming go.
Well, while I don't think any of our stuffed animals have the boxes, I do know we have a box of stuffed animals.
That's alright, I'll start Amazon search.
What doesn't Amazon have? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
At this point, that's accurate.
Just have a sheep getting thrown is like, I'm free!
Oh my heaven.
Well, and it's kind of fun being able to bring back these games because
Yeah.
everyone is so used to electronic games now. I
Yeah.
mean, it's good to see like if there were like the stilt walkers and entertainment like that with the juggling and everything. It's still fascinating.
Yeah.
You know, people love seeing that and being able to see people with their homemade costumes.
Yes.
All of the effort to just look gorgeous. You know, makes it worth it.
We had one of the gals earlier that showed me some costumes that she and her kids had made for Scub, and she was talking about how excited she is to be working on their costumes for Beltane. And it's one of the things that I look forward to the most is just seeing what everybody comes up with and the different ways that they put those characters together.
I was very excited for Beltane. I've got most of my costume already done.
Yeah, that's fabulous.
That's fantastic.
And it's all handmade, so.
Not all of it.
Well,
So what about you guys? Is there anything in that lines of like costume stuff that you guys are just excited to see?
All of the costumes that they were made. It's what you said, but like, they're so cool what some people come up with and the things that people do for those costumes and stuff.
Yeah.
Like personally, I love seeing like the fursuiters that come out because a lot of work goes into those things.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that they come out even in the heat and the hot weather, and they're just like, no, we're committed.
I
Yeah.
wore
Just
one
like
of those
ice
in like
packs.
90-degree weather. It gets really, really hot
Yeah.
in those, especially
Yeah.
the full body suiters.
Oh man, that's crazy. But you know what? We love seeing them, and they're so much fun. It's so much fun to see like little kids look at like somebody who's dressed as like a fox or something, and they're just like, oh my gosh, mom, it's a huge fox. What do I do? And they like get all like adorably like, they're not really
Shy.
scared, but they're like shy. That's a perfect. They're so adorable about it. And then it's like, I watched this one a couple of years ago. This little, he couldn't have been more than like 5 or 6, but he was slightly autistic, and his mom was like, you could just see the, like she was so cute. She looked embarrassed, and she was like, can he take a picture with you? He's too afraid to ask.
Aww.
And the person in the suit was just like, oh my gosh, yes. And like kneeled down next to the kid. And you could just see how excited he got. He was like jumping up and down, and he just like bear hugged this person. And it was like the most wholesome little interaction I'd seen in a while.
it's funny you mention that because it's not just the little kids.
Yeah.
Especially when we get our when we get our Beastmaster or our Orc Warrior out there, we've got full-grown adults that want to take pictures with this guy.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah.
and it's
Like a
cute
freaking
to watch. It's
Yeah.
adorable.
Well, and shoot, the mermaid encampment
Yeah.
is kind of
Yeah.
notorious for
I
it. You just can't
how
avoid it.
many young adults that are just completely enamored by, getting to be in the presence of a mermaid and they're just in awe of their tail or the setup or whatever, and then the trinkets that get traded, the little rewards for
Yeah.
quests. Yeah, so it always amazes me that adults, we can still actually find light in life and something to enjoy. So.
Yeah.
Well,
They're still kids.
Yeah, I think that's one of the big things. Like, unfortunately, we do sometimes get people that will try and petition for political things or stuff like that outside of our gates. And we go so far to make sure that our area is a safe place.
Yeah.
Not that these issues aren't important and we don't support them one way or another, but our events are a break from the world.
Yeah.
You get it literally every single day. Come take a break. And enjoy the mermaids, enjoy the Beastmaster, enjoy dressing yourself up and looking good and just having a great time. Solving quests, looking at the homemade wares, listening to the musicians.
In a space where nobody's gonna judge you for just being a dork.
Yeah.
Like, cause we're all doing it too. Like literally, one of my favorite things about what you just mentioned is seeing the diversity in line of the extreme diversity of people that come through our gates.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you'll have somebody dressed head to toe in pride gear, and the person right next to him is dressed up like a cowboy, and the person behind them looks like a businessman. And they all just come through and they're just like, hey, how's it going? And they're being friendly with each other. I mean, what other space can you see all of that together where they're just being kind to one another?
Yeah.
That's a really hard thing to find these days.
Yep.
It's like teleporting to a new dimension entirely.
Kinda.
Well, that's the whole point. That's especially
That is
for
the whole
for
point.
Beltane, being that we've kind of set up our own version of the lore where the veil between the realms, which grows thinnest in like two major times in the year, which is for us spring and fall, but we're really choosing spring where the veil is thinning, and we've decided to move it and stuff. So and it's a twofold thing. One, we have the wonderful fantasy element where everything goes, but two, we also have a nice educational moment to remind people that fairies and the Feywild and all this mythology is a universal subject, and it combines all of us. It's a part of the human experience. And that you have pixies that are Jinn, that are Pukwudgies, that are from all different continents. And the neat thing about being able to move is that we get to explore those different fae.
German
Yeah.
this year and
German, we could go
Scandinavian
east and go,
another year. Yeah.
we could go Scandinavian, we could go east and go into
Japanese.
Slavic or
Japanese,
Japanese or Asian. We could go
Yeah.
to India or Arabia or like
Africa.
And
I
the
mean-
United States, actually, the Americas has a very rich Fae mythology.
Yeah.
If you've heard of creatures such as Wendigo and,
Yeah.
and Bigfoot.
Skinwalkers.
And
Chupacabra.
Did you guys know that Idaho has its own Fae lore? That is like, there is Fae lore for this area, that there are dwarves that live in the mountains, in the Oahes. And it's something I didn't know about it.
Right here.
Right.
You're just an unusually tall one.
Little,
I'm tall
little.
for my clan.
Oh, is that why you're here?
It's something that I learned
Represent.
about recently, and it's very interesting to find out even just this area has lore that's specific to this area.
Yeah, well, no
So-
matter how much people want to try separating everybody, like Denise was saying, you can go anywhere in the world and they run into the same problems. How do we explain the seasons? Well, this is how we explain the seasons. Huh. Doesn't that sound familiar?
Exactly.
It's got
It's
a
the same
twist, but it's basically this.
It's
Yeah.
basically the same thing.
Yeah.
So being able to find that and being able to bring everyone together under the same thing, like that's why we do hop around, and that's why
Yeah.
with the Ren Fair, like we're planning this year to be the Festival of Fools.
Yes.
It's not gonna have a royal court. Everyone's like, what about the king and queen? You don't have to.
Yep.
Yeah.
This year-
Why keep yourself pigeonholed right into one thing?
Exactly. This year we won't have it. Like you said, we won't have a king and queen. We're gonna have the Festival of Fools for Ren Fair, and I think we're working on a costume contest to figure out for Saturday who's gonna be the King of Fools for Sunday.
Yep.
So
If we can get this to work,
yeah.
because that's been one of the big complaints is that it needs to be more interactive. Well,
Yeah.
we hear you.
We're
We
trying.
want it to be
We're
more
actively
interactive.
working on it.
Yeah, Chris with the mermaid area, Jason and Angie with the Quest Guild, Denise with the witches,
Yep.
and of course everyone else picking their characters and trying to get you to come talk to us. It's all an effort to make it more interactive, but this year's going to be even bigger. We're
Yep.
going to have games, like we were saying. We're going to have some more interactive quests, some bigger stuff, if things can really go well.
Yeah.
And if this all comes together, that's always the big thing, because
Yeah.
again, we all have day jobs.
Yep.
As much as we want this to be huge, we're gonna have to take small steps to get
Unfortunately,
there.
you gotta crawl before you can walk. You gotta walk before you can run.
Unless
We're in
you're
the walking
toddlers,
stage.
We're
you
walking.
have
We're walking.
We're walking hard. Yeah.
We're trying. We're trying
We're
to
not to run
speed
yet.
walk, but we're not running yet. So.
What did they say? The fastest land animal is a toddler when you ask them
Oh
what
my
you
gosh.
have.
What's in your mouth?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
the
true.
accuracy of that statement is almost disturbing.
Well, and that insane baby strength
Oh,
where
yeah.
you just can't get their hands open for anything.
Yeah,
Like,
they're
I will chop
gripping
it
with
off.
all their might. I swear it's because they don't know how strong they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's why it's why they don't get teeth until they're a little older, because they would literally bite through everything.
Yeah.
Chew furniture legs off.
Dude, I
Wow.
had to. Oh my gosh, we had to replace cribs because of
Bite marks along
bite.
the rails.
Yeah, and
Yep.
I'm like,
Yep.
you are a human being. Stop trying to eat the wood.
Well, apparently you
You're not a
beaver.
Yeah,
They're just
when
gonna
they're
gnaw
toddlers,
through
they
it.
think they're beavers. It's awful.
Yeah.
But
I thought they were goats.
something. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Well, so
I had a pet goat. That
Fine.
thing was the biggest pain in the butt.
And
Like,
it hit you in
he,
it,
no,
too.
well, oh yeah, he loved like reverse tug where like he would try to push me around the yard constantly. I'm like out here trying to do yard work and he's like shoving me. I'm out here working on my table. He'll hop up and he's up like on the table I'm trying to work on. But when he wanted something, he would headbutt my back door non-stop. I had to tie him to the fence in the back just so he would stop headbutting my door.
Oh, yeah.
He's a cat.
He was.
see, we had a great big old 150-pound marsh goat, and we would ride it. But you had to be quick enough to get the horns and get around it, otherwise he'd bury you.
Yeah, but we have to admit that baby goats are the most adorable thing ever.
Oh, he
I thought
was,
famous
he was a
accurate
baby. He was
statement.
supposed to be a pygmy goat. He was not.
He didn't stay that way.
They lied to me a lot.
That's like when you buy the a toy poodle and it ends up being a full-grown poodle. Like, oh, the genetics.
I had
Yeah.
a friend had that happen to them. They went to the pound, and of course the pound, it's a suggestion. They don't know. And see, they thought it was supposed to be like the max 10-pound Chihuahua pug mix. It is a 90-pound mountain cur.
Lord have mercy.
God.
That's a big
Named him
oops.
Komodo, which is perfect.
Wow.
Maybe they should have looked at page 2 on Google.
But you can so my brother was showing me you can take pictures of parts and Google will actually
Yeah.
look up the part for you and everything. So I was trying to do that to help him out with a plumbing problem, and it was this little water manifold, and it's like, that's a manifold off of a diesel engine. No, it is not. You are wrong.
Google doesn't know everything.
No, I mean,
It's a search engine, not an answer engine.
I think that's actually probably one of the biggest things we run into at the fair too, is everyone assumes that if you have a button, you have all the answers. It's like, you do realize we compartmentalize so that we don't completely overwhelm. If we all tried to do Kat's job, this whole thing would have failed years ago. Like, we all have things we have to do.
However, we may not know the answer, but I know who to send you to find
Yes.
the answer. That's the important part. So yes, do look for us if we've got the badges.
Yes.
We may not have the answer, but we know where to go to look for it.
Yeah, it's not far. It's on site.
I don't know, but I can find out.
Yes, and amen.
And
Yep.
most of the encampments have a radio, so it makes it real easy.
Oh yeah, we'll use our ferry boxes to the maximum.
Oh.
It works out well.
Yeah.
And if worst comes to worst, we'll learn pigeon.
Dude.
Hey, I've been trying to learn how to hand whistle.
Oh my gosh.
That's called clapping.
Isn't that to scare away the fairies?
You know what? When Providence is doing her peacock call on their peacock call,
Everybody's like-
and I'm on the other side doing my call, and we just kind of look at each other.
It's like Marco Polo.
And everybody's like, who are they trying to get a hold of? And then we each get a call sounding back from the other side. Because it's like, I'm trying to get a hold of one person, they're trying to get a hold of a different person, and they each know which call they're being summoned by.
Well, you know, it's a little octave. Maybe on like instead of a peacock, go blue.
Well, mine is not a peacock, so Providence is very distinguishable.
I just love when people recognize the calls and be like, that shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
That's a compliment. Thank you.
Honestly, there are a lot of peacocks in this valley, so it's when Prov sets one off, I actually have to kind of look around because I'm like, please don't let there be peacocks at my event.
Peacocks are
Please
such
no one
trash
bring their
garbage.
emotional support peacock.
Well,
They're
here's the thing.
beautiful,
So
but trashy.
they are beautiful. My in-laws actually have, the entire time I've been a part of the family, they've always had peacocks that are just wild peacocks that roam into their yard.
jeez.
So
Wild, huh?
they are just free roaming wild peacocks.
Someone let them go. Like, we cannot
There's
handle this drama.
there's actually a
Have you seen if there's
bunch
one
in the
our-
area.
Not in our neighborhood, but
Yeah,
in the
I
neighborhood
have.
over, you seen
I
it?
know, and I
Is it an
hear it
actual peacock
sometimes,
or
and
a
it nervous. It
peahen?
makes me nervous.
Because I can see that thing getting hunted so fast if it's
It's
a...
pretty much just like, you know, birds
living
are
in the
the
creek somewhere.
truth that dinosaurs exist.
Yeah.
You know, there is a flock of turkeys up at
Yeah.
the Canyon Hill Cemetery.
My gosh.
And they rule.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
no,
Yeah,
the
turkeys in
scariest thing
Middleton.
was like going into my backyard because my dog was freaking out and seeing like 3 turkeys sitting in the tree. And I'm like, why? Okay,
Yeah.
sure. So yeah, like, because
Take
we
your
have,
shotgun out and shoot them down.
Right?
No.
I'm in so much trouble.
But here's a fun experience. We went to KOA campgrounds in Caldwell because there's a rabbit colony there. It's really adorable. And we wanted to see the rabbits. We could not get out of the car because the swans were attacking.
Oh,
And then we could see him, and he's like, he had that posture.
Oh yeah.
And we're like, and she's like, get back in the truck. Get back in the truck. He was on the outside. Okay, we're slowly backing out.
We have angered the birds.
Yeah, it's like the prettiest ones are the meanest.
Oh, yeah.
True.
It's funny you mentioned the call, right? Trying to call
Yeah.
someone because I have fun. a Halloween night when we're out roaming around
Yeah.
in our neighborhood, and I'll just let off a wolf howl. And it's funny because I usually get answers. It's so fun.
Have you heard that story about there was a bunch of wolf watchers, and like I was watching a documentary. It was about the wolf pack that they were following up near the Nez Perce, and these people, they were coming to watch wolves, and they were howling, and they're like so excited they were howling, and some guy's like going, I gotta triangulate this, and realized it was another tourist group. He said, I'm sorry
so
guys, I'm looking at this. The closest wolf is 20 miles away.
That's hilarious.
They're calling each other, trying to call real wolves out. That's
amazing. Honestly, that's one of the things that I miss about where I grew up is being able to just like go sit out on the mesa at night and just listen to the coyotes. And I'm like, you can't do that here.
Some of us grew up watching Tremors, so we didn't like stepping out on the mesa anyways.
You know what? I grew up in a desert, random middle of the nowhere desert town in Nevada, so
Yep, I hated
that.
That was more like a documentary.
we thought it was hilarious. We loved that stupid movie.
Well, I love it too, and it's unique among the pantheon of horror movies, because as everybody knows, I love horror movies. Is that 90% of it takes place during the day?
Yeah.
Which is kind of
Well, I mean, if you hide in the ground.
Yeah.
Turns out 90% of our events take place in the day too. In case you were wondering, Denise.
It won't be scary.
Yeah.
Occasionally, we get to do things in the evening.
Once we get our heart sight, we might be able to actually have some night events, which would be so fun.
Well, and Amy's excited for
Bonfires, have
fireworks.
fireworks. That would be so amazing.
Flaming pianos
A
with
true pirate
trebuchets.
festival.
Have an actual party.
A freaking cannon that can go off every once in a while.
Oh yeah, like
That'd be nice.
I mean, I want to get back to like black powder, you know.
Yeah.
That would be
You
cool.
know,
Dude, okay, so
Based on
seriously, that is definitely one of the things that having our own property will be such a boon for, is that we won't have to be like, sorry, we can't light off cannons, we can't do the black powder guns with just
We
the
can.
pop.
Yeah.
Because
just the wad.
because it's like we're just like right now we're stuck to like city ordinances.
Yeah, and as much as we love Caldwell, apparently they have noise restraints.
Well, Rotary Pond, you could actually
Everybody
do black
does.
powder at, but Rotary Pond doesn't work because for us because you can't fence it off.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful location.
It is a beautiful location. I didn't even expect that part to be back there.
Well,
Yeah.
Valley was there.
most of
But
y'all
there's also
don't
a shooting
know.
range out there.
Yep.
This late summer, we are planning on helping another event take place a little bit
yeah.
north.
In the middle of September.
Yes.
Yep.
So it's going to be one of those things where we are going to have to get a little creative because it is an open venue.
Yeah.
There's no way we can set up a gate. There's
Yeah.
really no good working approach to being able to do a ticket attendance.
Yeah.
So we have some crazy things that we're trying to come up with, some ways that we can work around it, and if this ends up being successful, it's going to blow the doors open on a couple other ideas that we're hoping to have, because this year we've talked with a lady who owns a lavender farm. We're hoping maybe we can get some tea parties going.
Yeah.
You know, we've got so many different pokers in the fire that hopefully we can get some good movement on.
Bring to
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Bring out
Stuff
clean
we've been
water.
talking about for years. Like
Yeah.
Denise and Kat have both talked about a Queen's Tea with the wives
Yeah.
of Henry VIII.
Yep.
You know, we've talked about it. We've just never been able to do it.
Oh no. Honestly, we just always thought it would be funny to get the 6 wives of Henry VIII together at a tea party just to like have like a
Recap
dish
session.
on Henry session, because it's like how fun would that be just to be like, okay, this is the wife you're playing, this is the wife you're playing, this is the wife you're playing, you're playing, I'm playing. And then it's like, go study about that character so that we can come sit at a table with a bunch of other people and just gab.
And diss on Henry.
And diss on Henry. Like, how fun would that be?
We're getting closer. We are getting closer. We're getting to a point where we're going to be able to really open up and start experiencing the fair in all of its
Yeah.
facets.
Yep. And all of its capacities too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many things that we have wanted to pull in that just time and
Space.
have not allowed for.
Materials.
We have a lot of
Yeah, as you can
props
see,
around here that we can't utilize because we just don't have the space for it all.
this isn't even all of it. We've
Oh,
got
no.
We've got 2 storage units that are full
Yeah.
of other stuff.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the fair's
That
been
we'd love to
around
pull out
forever.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so it's February 2026.
Yes.
So when you look at like the original charter for the original group that started this, they submitted all of that paperwork between 2009 and 2010. And then the very first Idaho Renaissance Fair that was actually held was in 2011. So it's
15
It's come a
years.
long way.
this
is our 15.
This year is technically the 15th year of the Renaissance Fair being held because 2020 was a sucky year
Yeah.
for everybody across the board. But
It
it's
didn't
technically but it's technically the 16th year of the company as a whole being official.
That's awesome.
So it's been around for a long time.
I'm gonna have to plan.
And I
Like
like
Renaissance Fair birthday party.
something, but it's like, and then so I don't know if you guys will know this. I actually got voted onto the board at the end of 2016. And then middle of 2017, the gal that I was doing this with had to leave for personal reasons, and it just kind of was like, here you go. And that year was a crazy, like, okay, we're gonna not hold the Ren Fair this year. It was July, and we had 5 vendors and no location.
Oh.
And it was just like, yeah, it was like, guys, we have to not do this. And then we put all of the
2018.
efforts into 2018, and Tyson and Kim came on board, and a few other people decided to help us out. Denise and Dawn decided to give us some guidance.
I love her because we had our own little pirate in Cameron, and Dawn Russell was and her birthday
is tomorrow, yeah.
She would have been 68. She had her own fair.
Yeah.
And she did this all on her own.
Yeah.
And that was a trip.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was a force of nature.
That woman,
And-
there's a reason that she is called the Ren Faire Grandma. Like, she
was
had
great.
all of the knowledge.
And she saw you guys struggling, and she said, "Oh, I gotta help them."
Yeah. that woman was a saint. She
That's
freaking,
so sweet.
well, like, after that first year that we had it in 2018, she was like, hey, can I give you some pointers? And I was like, please. And we spent months just like a few times a week just talking, and like she'd be like, hey, I'm gonna go work on my storage unit, come meet me there. And I'm like, all right, I'll be there. And I would go and I'd meet her at her storage unit, and we would, like, she would just, all right, pull this out. No, let me teach you what this is. And for months, it was a couple of times a week over a period of like 6 to 8 months, that she was just, you need to know this. You need to understand this. If you're gonna do this, you need to, don't try to do this by yourself. Get other people's help. Like, don't wait. And her
Speaking
big
from
thing,
experience.
her biggest thing that she would always say is, don't wait for somebody to step up to help you. If you want it done and you've asked for people to help you and they won't do it yourself.
Yeah.
And she's like, but find people who want to help you, who are willing to help you, and who are going to be proactive about helping. And it's part of what I love about this group right here is everybody who has been with us and been consistent and consistently been around, actively wants to help, is proactive about helping, and wants to be here. And for me, that's just huge, because I'm just like, I don't think I would have been able to continue doing this if I didn't have people like you guys that absolutely want to be here.
Yep.
That took some of the burden off of your shoulders.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, we are getting low on time, so
Oh,
I want to do a round
Okay.
of one thing or one idea you're hoping to see or actually do that is really exciting for you personally, starting right here. And it doesn't have to just be about belting. We have Ren Faire coming too. So if you have something that you've heard about or something that you're just kind of excited to see or hoping to see, what would that be?
Interactions.
Some new interactions?
Yeah, I like seeing fun interactions with other people.
Okay. Yeah, well, with more people, there should definitely be that.
Tell your friends.
Come actually talk to the cast members. Sometimes we're a little shy and we need other people to start it.
I think just more costumes, seeing more of what people bring to the fair, especially with different themes as they change out, like the Festival of Fools this year. I can't wait to see some of the costumes that people come up with for that. I'm so excited.
Creativity with so many of them. Like some people are just like, oh, this looks professional made. How did you do that? It's like, this is just a cardboard box, and I'm like, are you kidding me? This is a cardboard box and paint from the dollar store, and it looks like Hollywood.
You are amazing.
Yeah.
Looks like you used the highest level of paint.
Just seeing like a lot more of that.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right. Well, for me, I want to continue to see the fair and the experience for all the patrons and guests to expand and grow as materials and funds become available. You know, we'll keep building more. You know, we hear your requests and ideas and thoughts of what you would like to see at the fair, and as it becomes available for us, we'll definitely get it out there. So we just want to continue to grow your experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
A couple of different things. I think I speak for all of us saying that I want to see us get to have a hard site, to have our own location. And that's everybody around, and even people that come to see us, they want to see that too, which is awesome. But I was just actually and the vendors, they want to have hard locations too. But what I want to really see, and this is coming from me as the Quest Guild Master, right? And I was just talking about this earlier. Was I want to see more in-depth quests, more quests that are worthy of. When you go on instead of just go over and find this person and come back and tell me what you saw. You know, it's more of something that feels like an epic quest. That feels like that's worth like.
Video game
going on, like a D&D quest type worthy, so that when you get the reward, it feels like you've earned something, right? And it's not just a little trinket, but it's actually a something that you can be proud of having and show off next year when you come to the fair. That's going to be an awesome when I can realize that dream.
That's awesome.
I was gonna say mine was basically the same.
Well, it's a good thing you're both in the question.
And I couldn't do a quest without her. She's definitely got a lot of the ideas and
Keeps you organized.
Keeps me organized.
Yeah.
I write a lot of the.
She writes a lot of the
I write
quests.
a lot of the quests. So.
It's fantastic.
So we have a lot of.
Yeah,
fun
because
with
you're a good story writer.
Do you have anything you want to toss out specifically for you?
Well, that was basically what I.
Next time, you two swap spots.
just proves that we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
We've got the same vision.
No, I love that.
People having fun,
Yes.
doing things and going. I mean, something that happened with Skull. We actually had several people who came on Saturday, and then Sunday they come up and they're like, "Here's my friends." I forced them to come. They got show them the quest. Show them the quest.
That was so fun.
This is all I'm gonna say is it's fun.
You know what,
I love that.
I want to piggyback on that because my son, he's one of the mermaid handlers with me, and he's been doing that for years with me. And he has a friend of the family, and he comes out to the fair, and he always sees the fair. But at Skull was the first time that he actually got to experience it in its fullness. Because
Really?
I had my son take him around, and my son, he's like, "No, you're going to do the quest."
Oh, I love that.
Yep.
And he
I remember
went
that.
with them, and by the end of it, he's like, "Wow," he's like, he's like, I've been to the fair before, but I finally like experienced the fair.
Oh,
so that was
Sometimes
great.
I feel I'm in that category. It's like I've been to the fair every year, but I never really get to experience it because I got a job to do.
Right, yeah. So we're making that experience. Yeah.
That's
This
fun.
is why we encourage everybody to go to other people's fairs.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was really fun when you saw that one kid that was just like, okay, you guys need to do the quest, like bringing his parents over. It's like, you need to bring it, okay, you do the quest. I'm just gonna tell you to do the quest, you explain it. Okay, but you do this, and it's just like, kid, let me explain it.
And we had fun with the lore and everything that we did this year too.
That's
so
fantastic.
that was a blast.
I
The
love that.
storytelling was fun.
Your riddles were awesome too.
There you go.
And we really appreciated all of the help that we got from all of the people in the
I
cast.
enjoyed my part in it.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
guys would send them over to me.
Oh my gosh, listening to Josh's story
Oh,
about
that
the
was so
rock under
fun!
the mountain
Yeah.
was like, I'm just like, and then they're just
You
like,
too?
they're like, don't you have something to give us too? And I'm like, oh yeah.
Need to work on your storytelling skills.
I had no story. I'm like, I feel bad now.
I'm the excited, you're fine.
Pretty much. I think for me, my favorite thing to look for every time we have an event is the people who are experiencing it for the first time.
Yeah.
First timers.
Adults,
So fun.
teenagers, little kids. I love seeing the awe and the excitement and the sheer joy.
The spark of magic.
Yes,
Yeah,
like that
something they lost.
that rekindling of magic that they've been looking
The
for.
relief when they realize they don't have to fit into a box.
Yeah, well, and it's honestly one of my favorite moments at each fair is always somebody who's there for the very first time. And they come over and they're just like, what is this? And like explain what our space is, because Denise and I do the witch space together. And just explain, oh, this is what this space is. And we talk to them about it, and they're like, just the over, like, oh my gosh, okay. And it's like, is this your first time? And they're like, yes! And it's like, you get a special trinket, because it's like, this is your first time, you have no idea what's happening, and just being able to like add to that magic and just get to see those dim lights get brighter. So. And she takes a drink.
Good timing.
Hydrate those vocal cords.
Dry throat at the wrong moment. Pretty much what I hope to see is just hoping to see this place grow more. I want to see, more people come in to help with the cast and crew so that all of us can take more breaks more frequently.
No breaks. I'm not wearing my shirt. Sorry.
When you're not, there's
I'm
no
not wearing my
shirt, that
shirt.
means you
I'm
can't
sorry.
call it.
You're not Will.
But yeah, just because we are so small.
Yeah.
I mean, like Jason said, they don't have a chance to go wandering around.
Yeah.
And supporting our vendors.
And just looking at all the pretty.
Even
There's
with
lots of
me,
pretties.
I kind of got thrown into the lost and found section. Because that's where someone was needed, because
Yeah.
a lost and found girl has been forgotten.
Yeah, no, definitely keeping
When
track
you
of
weren't
people.
there, I had to she texted me,
Yeah.
like, can you come and help me?
Yeah,
I
for
can't
Skull.
leave.
For Skull, I was sick, so I couldn't
Yeah.
be at the lost and found
Yeah,
when I really wanted to be.
we appreciate that you're willing to do that with her. You have no idea.
I'm happy being in the places where there's more people needed, and
Yeah.
I hope that more people can come join that also feel the same way.
No, that's awesome.
I just felt kind of bad because it's like she was sitting there going, I can't go and get food because
There's nobody here.
no one's here.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh no, dude, frick, I'm coming.
I booked my way.
I'm on my way!
He's on the way!
That's something we are learning from as
Yeah.
well. So we have contingency plans in place now.
Like more than 2 people at one
Actively.
place.
Yep. That's why we're trying to get a minimum of 2, if not 3 people per space, so that breaks can happen. And
2 on a floater. would
Breaks
be
can happen so that we can go get food, we can go to the bathroom.
And
Yeah.
we all have a
We
buddy
can
system.
Take a moment
Yeah.
to just wander through our vendors
You're
and,
not gonna do the depends. I did that one.
You know,
I
real
was-
astronaut.
I was the queen, and you try to go to the
oh my
go to the
gosh.
bathroom in a dress.
Oh,
and
and
you're
those
so
smell.
We had to institute a queen's rest where she had an hour outside of the costume and nobody was allowed to bug her,
Yeah,
so that she could have a full-on break.
Yeah, and this gorgeous woman did that. I think I have a few additions into Nanny's menagerie, and not to mention where it's going to be. It's in
Yay!
my hut, and I'm looking forward to showing those things. 'Cause
Fun.
I
I cannot
love
wait
show
to
little
see
bits of
that.
fandoms. Yeah, I know. I love to shove little bits of fandoms in there, and also just little bits of witchcraft, my components. But I always tell like, oh, now you're a real witch, because you will run into some people who are practicing. And I'm like, no, I'm a whimsy witch. I don't practice. I just have fun. But I will say that there's one thing that I will never put in my collection, and that's a Ouija board, because those
Yeah.
things are too real. So,
If you guys didn't
That's what I
catch
use
that,
as a mouse pad.
if you guys didn't catch that, Nanny is working on like an actual travelable hut. So I'm super excited to see that.
yeah, I'm excited to show off. my
Need to
head.
get someone in a chocobo costume to pull it around.
All right, Tyson, what are you looking forward to?
Realistically, what I'm looking forward to is just getting all of the new merch items together and seeing what they do. My true joy comes in when I get to see what works and what doesn't.
Yeah.
It's why in my professional life I'm a technician. I like to get things figured out. I like to have a process that will work every single time.
Yeah.
And then when it doesn't, figuring out why. Well, so we've got new merch. That didn't sell at all. Why didn't that sell at all? Or holy cats, that sold really well. I did not bet that would happen at all. That's what I'm excited to see, is how
I like
well
that.
The new
the merchandise does.
Absolutely. No, that's a really good point.
The new design for the Renaissance Fair logo.
Oh yeah, that was such a moment of pride.
It wasn't on T-shirts.
Well, and we have learned a lot, to
Yeah.
the yellow and black totes in the back on the wall is lesson 1 in merch that we have learned, and that is sometimes your eyes are too big. So we've
Smaller
learned.
orders.
We've
Smaller.
learned.
We have learned.
Unfortunately, that really is where we're going to have to call this gossip session here. We really are grateful you've come in, and if you'd like to be a part of this, we are actively looking for people to join us and be part of the crew. And, of course, in June is going to be the actual festival, so if you can't come work with us, come play with us. And keep your eye open on all the social medias, such as YouTube and TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. We're everywhere. And we're trying to make sure everyone knows about us. So we hope that your history in the meantime is as fun as our history, and we will see you later. Huzzah!